Hello and welcome back to Starship Simulator. This is video number 2. We are going to go into training modes. On the last episode we did the engineering cold start sequence, and on this one we're going to do the scanning and navigation. We're going to go to another solar system and we're going to do a survey mission. So let's jump straight into the most realistic Starship game being created right now. And yeah, let's get the mission started. Do go and check out the last episode, it's a really good one. Of how to cold start the Magellan class. But for now, we're going to jump in and yeah, do the survey mission on the bridge.
Welcome to the Magellan class Scanning and Navigation Training Module. My name is Ava, and the UN Space Fleet's AI voice assistant. In this module, we will review the correct procedure for identifying targets of interest, and then navigating the ship to the desired location. To begin, proceed to the ship's bridge. I have placed a waypoint on your HUD to help you find your way.
Okay, so we're off to the bridge. This game is being created by Fleet Yard Studios, by Dan, and his wife Claire is heavily involved as well. Look at the rings of the Magellan there. You can see the engines in the back. But yeah, everything. This is currently being created right now, so it's not a completed product. It's nowhere near even an alpha. But yeah, look at this though. You can close the windows. You can put a hallucination on, hologram. If you're feeling Earth sick, maybe a nice misty forest. Look at that. Well, you could just switch it off, and that's where we actually are. Yes, so look at that. It's like a red one. Anyway, yeah, let's go to the bridge. Let's do as we're told. Beautiful looking ship.
Welcome to the bridge. This is the ship's nerve center, where you have command and control over any ship system. Right now, we're interested in the science station, so make your way over to that console and take a seat.
Right, so this is the bridge. Like I said, it's not a completed product yet. I think this is going to be like an engineering bay when it's done. But yeah, basically the premise of the ship, if you've not seen the last episode, every single wire, every single water pipe, everything on the ship, every panel can be removed, repaired, replaced. It's going to be like the most realistic Starship Simulator on planet Earth. Anyway, we're going to go and start by going to the sensors console.
This bridge station is responsible for scanning space around the ship and then highlighting any targets of scientific interest for the command staff. You'll notice that the sensors UI has 4 distinct modes, with each mode corresponding to one of the ship's physical sensor arrays. Let's begin by taking a look at the galactic position mode, which ties into the X-ray pulsar-based navigation and timing array, or XNav for short. This array tracks the location and timing of known pulsars to accurately derive the ship's position relative to the galactic core. We can also reference that same catalogue of known stellar objects to obtain a high-level overview of each galactic sector. The default sector target always aligns with our ship's current local sector. However, by using the controls below, we can actually target any sector of space, anywhere in the galaxy, or even beyond. Go ahead and press the Target Select button to switch from our local sector to a manually targeted one.
Okay, so we're going to switch from a ship location to a manual one now.
You'll notice that the sector information has now updated to reflect the change of sector target. While this is only a high-level overview of a given sector, the data can still be useful when deciding where to explore next. And then finally, we have some simple display controls for refining your view of the galactic map. Have a go at targeting a few different sectors yourself, and then press the long range button when you're ready to continue.
Okay, so that in the middle there is like a gigantic version of this sensor screen here. So the rest of the the rest of the bridge crew, sorry, can see what's going on. So here we are over there. There's the center of the galaxy. If we click down here, it will change the view to where we are. And yeah, like I said, if we want to manually move, if you look at where this is on here, you'll see it start to move if I go and move things around. Can you see it moving across ever so slightly? You see that moving? So anyway, let's go back to long-range sensors.
The long-range mode employs the ship's space-time curvature mass inferencer, or SCMI array for short. As the name suggests, the SCMI array infers the location and mass of celestial objects by detecting localized changes in the curvature of spacetime. While operating in passive mode, the array detects the largest sources of spacetime curvature within a 50 light-year radius of the target location. Typically, these will be star systems, but the array is also capable of detecting much smaller objects within a few light-years, such as rogue planets. And as with the XNav array, the default target location is the ship's current galactic coordinates. This will update automatically and refresh the target list as you travel across the galaxy, but you can toggle that behavior on and off using the auto refresh button. And again, we can also manually target any sector of space in an effort to find distant targets of interest. Just be aware that the SCNI array has a maximum active range of 2,000 light-years, beyond which it can only resolve the most massive of objects. And on the subject of active scans, let's take a more detailed look at a nearby star system. Go ahead and select the Alpha Centauri system, our closest stellar neighbor.
Okay, so when I click on Alpha Centauri, we'll focus it up here as well. But yeah, there we go. We're 100% explored on Sol, because that's our own system. But let's go and explore Alpha Centauri.
A basic overview of that system is generated on the right-hand side, and the displayed information will expand over time as more detailed scans are performed. Now go ahead and click the Align to Target button to focus the SCMI array on this specific location in space.
Right, so there it is on the actual big view screen in front of us. There's Alpha Centauri, that's where we are, Sol. What he wants us to do now is to get the detailed information of the sector, so let's do that.
We are now presented with a more detailed view of the targeted location. However, you'll notice that it's only showing the passively acquired data. Let's fill in the blanks by performing a long-range survey.
Right, so we're going to do a long-range survey. It's going to scan everything massive in the solar system. There's the actual solar system now, if you can see. It has got a habitable zone, look, as well. There's the start of the habitable zone, and there's the finish. There is one planet in the habitable zone, and there's another planet that goes through it twice a year, can you see? So yeah, them two planets will be of interest for us, really. But yeah, let's get the survey started. We'll get some more detailed information down here afterwards.
The
Initiating
SCMI
long-range
array is
survey.
now actively scanning the target location for point-like increases in the curvature of spacetime. By employing Einstein's field equations, the system can derive the amount of mass required to cause the observed increase in curvature. Then, once the mass is known, we can determine roughly what class of object we are observing, be it a rocky planet or a gas giant. Okay,
Long-range
there we
survey
go.
complete.
We now have a much more accurate picture of this star system. Go ahead and select any of the objects in the target list.
Right, so now we've done that long-range survey, we can see that we've got a bit more information. We can see that these are terrestrial planets now, and we have, you know, a few gas giants in there now, and a couple of dwarf planets, so we get a bit of information. And also, because we did that initiated long-range scan, we have knowledge base level 1 on everything now, so that's that first green pip there. So if we go to a medium range scan, if we actually go to the system itself, do a medium range scan, we'll get knowledge base level 2. And if we do a short range scan by going to the actual orbit of the planet, we can get a level 3 scan, which will also detect life and technology on the planet as well. But yeah, that's how you fill your knowledge bars. And you can see on the right hand side, we've got some of the basic information from the long range sensors. But yeah, we'll need more information, so let's go on here and select any object on the target list. So let's go and let's look at this planet here that was interesting. So that's like, what, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, fourth one along. So 1, 2, 3, maybe it's this one here.
You'll find that we now have more detailed information
Yeah.
available to us on the right-hand UI panel. You will also notice that the data is split into distinct knowledge levels, and with our long-range survey we have unlocked knowledge level 1. This is also indicated on each target entry by way of a single green pip. The goal here is to find rocky worlds within a star's habitable zone, which is our primary target of scientific interest. We can then navigate the ship to that location in order to perform more detailed scans, ultimately increasing our knowledge level for any given object. Typically, we'd perform numerous surveys on many different star systems before plotting a course, but for now let's pick a target in this system. Go ahead and select any planet that appeals to you from the list, and then select the Send to Helm button.
Okay, so as you can see, we've only got level 1 knowledge of the planet. So to get like the atmospheric data, the surface data, we need higher levels of knowledge, so we need to get closer to it. So we're going to send the coordinates of this selected planet, which is in the habitable zone, can you see there? We're going to send that to the helm, so that they know where to go. So send to helm.
This makes the planet's coordinates available to the helm station, so let's head over and take a look at that console now.
Okay, let's go to helm.
We'll begin by taking a quick look at the various screens available to the helm. The left-hand display is dedicated to navigation and shows both the ship's current galactic position along with its target estimation coordinates. The central display deals with the flight controls themselves, including the FTL system, sublight engines, and the reaction control thrusters. The right-hand screen features the autopilot controls, toggles for the 3D target indicators, and the ship's navigation lights. Okay, let's retrieve the target information from the sensors by pressing the Use Sensor Target button on the navigation tab.
Okay, so we're going to just drag those sensor targets from what was sent to us from the sensors, and it'll pop up in here.
Your target's coordinates should now be displayed in this box, which represents your current nav target. The galactic coordinates represent the target's position in the galaxy to the nearest whole light year. The coordinates are relative to the center of our galaxy, the supermassive black hole known as Sagittarius A star. The local coordinates represent the target's position within a star system. The coordinates are relative to the system's center of gravity, which is usually a star, or the barycenter in multi-star systems. While it is possible to fly the ship manually to any location in the galaxy, let's engage the autopilot for now so that I can take care of that for you. Go ahead and press the highlighting button on the right-hand screen.
Okay, so just to recap, you can see in this window here, it's 4.24 light years away. It's going to take us forever to get there because we're not actually moving. The top 3 is the galactic coordinates in the Milky Way, and the bottom 3 are the local coordinates in the solar system of the where you go in. So we're going to go onto autopilot. It's highly suggested a ship this size is pretty much piloted automatically. So all it's going to do is align us to the target. We're not actually going to engage any engines yet. We're just going to engage the tracking mode. So here we go.
The ship will now automatically turn to face the current nav target, but you will need to manually engage the FTL system in order for us to get underway. You may now engage the FTL system when you are ready.
Right, so we're going to engage the FTL system. It's going to start showing us an ETA. It's going to get lower and lower as we go faster and faster, because we are going to speed up to eventually 100% field power. So let's go.
While the autopunt is engaged, I will manage the ship's speed and final approach to the tiny coordinates, so just sit back and enjoy the ride. The FTL system works by compressing space ahead of the ship and then expanding it behind, creating a bubble of warp to space with the ship occupying a region of flat space-time at its center. The FTO field massively amplifies the ship's current velocity by a factor of the field strength, along the direction of the field's forward vector. This means the FTL field does not physically move the ship, it instead relies on the thrust provided by the ship's sublight engines. The maximum speed of the ship is therefore a combination of the FTL field strength and the thrust output of the sublight engines. For the Magellan class, this is approximately 300 light-years per hour. Even so, the Milky Way is a vast and mysterious place, and even at our top speed it will still take over 2 full weeks to fly from one side of the galaxy to the other. It looks like we're not far from our destination now, so enjoy the view while I handle the final approach.
Okay, so we're just coming up towards the planet now. We'll see it appear. So yeah, it has a maximum flight speed. It's based on the FTL creating a field and the sublight engines pushing through the field, which forces you to go at the FTL speed. Anyway, we're approaching the solar system, as you can see. We're going to end up around that planet. It will take a few seconds to completely stop. You don't just come to a complete stop. You've got the speed there as well, look. And also the power draw for the FTL. Field's getting weaker, look. We're slowing down. There's the planet. I like the fact you've got a mission time as well, look. We've been going 15 minutes. That's quite handy to know. But yeah, we're about here. We will stop any second. There's the star, Alpha Centauri.
Okay, here we are. You are now looking at an entirely new world, bathed in the light of another star. At this distance, our home is now just another point of light in the vast darkness of space. Does life exist here? What new things can we discover on this world? These are the questions that this ship was designed to answer. Let's head back to the sensor station, and we'll see if we can answer some of those questions now.
So unfortunately we landed on the dark side of the planet, because obviously the star's there, so we're on the dark side of the planet. It doesn't look so good now, does it? Anyway, let's go back to sensors. We're going to do some medium and short range scans to get all the detailed survey information for the planet.
With our ship having arrived at our target star system, we can now employ the medium range sensors to broaden our general knowledge of this location. Go ahead and press that button now.
Okay, so we're going to medium range sensors. This will bring up just the solar system stuff. You'll see all this. There we go.
The medium-range sensors employ multiple modules that are combined into a single array, known as the Multi-Band Interferometric Spectrometer, or MBIS for short. This array has the resolution to perform detailed scans of any object larger than a few dozen kilometers, with its range covering an entire star system. Operationally, we perform a medium-range survey as a matter of course when entering any new star system. This elevates us to knowledge level 2 for all objects in range. Let's do that now. Go ahead and initiate the survey.
Okay, so like the long range sensors, a medium range will do the whole solar system for us. So all of these will go to level 2 knowledge. So let's go and do that now.
Just as with the long-range survey, the MBIS array works outward from the central star, targeting each detective object in turn. It uses a combination of interferometry and spectroscopy to determine the precise nature and class of all system objects, including their atmospheric composition. Okay, let's wait for the survey to complete.
Okay, just waiting on this now. So 12 targets of interest, 14, 15, and last one.
There we go. You'll notice that we are now showing 2 green pips on each of the objects in this system. And on the right-hand side, you'll find that we have now generated the knowledge level 2 data. At this point, we've performed enough analysis to determine the true nature of each planet, and more importantly, whether or not we've discovered an Earth analog. But what about life, or signs of civilization, past or present? For that, we're going to need a short-range scan. Go ahead and switch to the short-range mode.
Okay, so now you can see we've got a bit more information. Before it just said terrestrial planet, now it's saying atmospheric terrestrial planet, atmospheric terrestrial planet. We've got now a class 1 giant, gas giant. We've got an ice giant now, which wasn't on there before. So it's icy bodies now, look, can you see? So we've got more information, and if we actually go to a short range, that will bring up the very local area, which will be this planet here we're interested in. So let's go to short range.
The short-range sensors employ the synthetic aperture terahertz imaging radar, or the SATIR array for short. This device builds a high-resolution voxelized tomographic image of its target, and then performs detailed spectral analysis on each individual data point. With this technology, we can determine the presence of life, identify artificial structures, and even conduct metallurgical analysis. Let's perform a scan of this planet now and see what details we can reveal. Begin by highlighting the planet in the target listing.
Okay, so there's us in orbit, there's the planet. It has a range of 3 million kilometers, and now we're going to get knowledge base level 3, which will give us all the extra information in here. It'll also tell us if there's life or technology on the planet as well. So let's go and highlight the planet.
And now initiate the short-range scan.
Okay, so there's the information we've got so far. And as you can see, we need knowledge level 3 to get the surface data and civilization data. So let's go and scan that target now. There we go, scanning.
Great. You'll notice that we have now generated knowledge level 3 data for this planet, which covers all of its surface details. Any given star system is considered to be fully explored once all of its planets are scanned to knowledge level 3. Okay, let's take a look at those surface details. Go ahead and press the Surface Map button.
Okay, so obviously the surface data is coming soon. This is a game in creation at the minute, so there's a lot of missing elements to the game, but obviously it's so good and so far advanced. I want to show you as much as I can as early as I can, so we can also see the progress of the game as well. We have got some civilization data though, and there's nothing there, but yeah, we can have a look at the surface map now, so let's do that.
From here we can enable or disable various data overlays depending on our current area of scientific interest. The first overlay is fairly self-explanatory. It simply displays the planet's cloud layers. The next overlay shows the planet's lit and unlit regions. This button highlights any tech signatures on the planet's surface, be that current or historical technology. And then we have life signatures, which can be anything from simple bacteria to complex life forms. You are now armed with the knowledge and skill required to head out into the unknown depths of our galaxy, to conduct scientific research and discover its mysteries. This ship and her crew are tasked with exploring distant worlds, seeking out new life in all of its diversity, and making peaceful first contact with any intelligent species that we might encounter along the way. This concludes the scanning and navigation training module. You are free to continue exploring if you wish, but please be aware that your progress will not be saved. Thank you, and goodbye.
Right, so yeah, as we can see, if there were any technology signatures on there, they'd be flashing up on this map and they'd be flashing up on there. And also same with the live signatures, they'd be flashing up if there were any. So let's close that down. We can see that we're now all 3 knowledge bases are complete. If we go back to the medium range sensors, you can see that that one is complete, whereas the others aren't. Now the good thing about this is, now when we start to get into mission logs, we can, like, maybe one of the missions we could do is, if we had a couple of players with us, maybe a helmsman, maybe an engineer, we can actually go out and survey different systems as part of a mission. So one episode we can do would be to survey this solar system. That could be the orders we receive, and we could do stuff like that. Now later on in the game they are going to add obviously more stuff, like other alien civilizations, other ships around, there's going to be fighting, there's going to be trading. That's way in the future though. For now, you can only really survey planets. But yeah, let's just go back to Earth. Now, if we go to the long-range scanners, you can see we're 69% explored. If we did level 3 knowledge on all of them, then that'd get to 100% explored. So, like, yeah, one mission could be, your mission today is to explore the Barnard star system to 100%. So we'd have to scan every single planet in the system and then come home. Anyway, for now, we're going to go home. So I'm going to just put an NPC in for the helm, because we can do that as well. And we're going to go back to Earth. Now I could be lazy and just say take us home, but I'm going to do it the long way around. So the correct way, really, I'm going to go and select the Sol system, align to target, and as you can see, Earth has life and tech signatures. I'm going to select Earth and it will show up on there now. You see that? And I'm going to send the signatures to the helm, and then what we're going to do is tell the helm to navigate to sensor target, we're now going to move in the ship back to Earth. There's Earth, 4.24 light years away, and the FTL is going to engage, and we'll be travelling there soon. But yeah, that is the navigation and sensors, guys. So what do you think? Go back and check the last episode where I've given the engineering section, where we get the reactor up and running from a cold start to a functioning stage. That's a really good video. It's a bit longer than this one, 45 minutes. This mission time is currently on 24 minutes, 25 minutes. So yeah, I think to do one whole system might take an hour. So we could do an hour's episode of like a system survey. No problem. We could start a new save game. How far away are we from Earth? We should be getting there pretty soon. Let's just leave the sensor station for now. We can sit in the commands section. Sit down, there we go. As we approach Earth, we have some displays here. We can, you know, display off. We can get rid of this middle bit if we want to. We're approaching now, very quick. Here we go, entering the solar system. And all the way to Earth. Again, it'll take a little while to actually slow down, but here she comes. Look at that. There is Earth. Beautiful. Returned home from a short mission away to the local star system, Alpha Centauri. We can do other things on here, so eventually, as you can see, there's only sensors working right now. Everything else is a work in progress. We have got tactical and defense. We've got the helm, which we took a look at. We have sensor station, which we looked at, and we have a comm station, which we've not looked at yet. There's obviously going to be engineering at the back. I think all in there is going to be engineering, and I think over here is going to be like operations, like life support stuff. I'm not sure on that though. But yeah, go and check some of Dan's live streams out and YouTube videos. I will link his YouTube channel below. But yeah, we can do some other stuff. So when all these things are on, obviously we've got the sensor display, but we could also display the helm stuff, the comm stuff, the tactical, the engineering. And we also have lights as well, so condition yellow alert. Everything goes yellow. We've got red alert. When we're in battle, everything goes red. Look at that. We also have a few fun ones. We have emergency lighting, obviously when the power's down. We have a test disco mode. Look at this. Way hey. You want to party? Get the whole ship in party mode. Look, the whole ship as well. Look at that. And then we have like a test alien virus test. So if you get an alien virus, that might be one of the missions that's coming in the future. That will be what happens, so we have to sort that out as well. But yeah, back to condition normal. And yeah, absolutely fantastic. I'm just going to put some NPCs in the chairs, just for my screenshot for the video. But yeah, let me know, do you want to do a full survey mission of a solar system? Maybe we can do Sirius solar system, because my name's Sirius Sims. Maybe we can survey Sirius system to 100%. But yeah, let's just go over here for the screenshot. There's the engineering distribution network for the bridge and ADEC. Go check the last video out for that. But yeah, let's just see if I can get a good wholesome picture of this, of Earth. There we go. There's the bridge. Look at that. That'll be a fantastic screenshot for the video. Well, yes, that's it, guys. Thanks for watching. I really appreciate it. We could have a wander around the bridge. We've got the captain's office, and everything in here is designed to fall. So, you know, if you're in a fight with an alien race, these things will get thrown about like that, you know. And yeah, fantastic. You can see the ship a bit better there. Look, there's the ring. There's the amazing staircase you can look out of. and the engines at the back. But yeah, we can, I mean, obviously we can explore the ship as well. We can wait for the lift to come. We can explore some of the ship. But everything on the ship is, you know, like I said, anything can break. Everything can come off. Every panel can come off. Every light has connected to a wire that can break. You know, you can play pool. You can do absolutely anything. There will be a, you know, you can play the piano. I can't play, obviously. Take a drink. This is obviously not finished yet, but this will be the kitchen. And these are the food replicators. You know, you can literally, if you want a, say you want a donut, you can begin that. And yeah, we can make ourselves a donut. WIP means work in progress, it's not finished. But you can see how detailed the ship is. To the bare bones, this is what it looks like behind the panels. So obviously all these will have cables running through and water pipes running through that can break. So if you're an engineer on the game, you know, you might have to continually repair stuff. There's our donut, look at that. And eventually we'll be able to eat that, etc. But yeah, absolutely fantastic. Again, there's some distributor boards for VIP lounge, VIP utilities, galley. Everything is, you know, connected. And there's the main ship, inner rings. Excuse me. Hello, hello. Have a lift system. But yeah, it's just beautiful ship. It is in design. This is a work in progress. This is, I think this is, let's take a look actually. I think these are VIP quarters. Let's have a look. Yeah, these are all staterooms, so this is like a VIP area. So these rooms are extra special. But yeah, there's like obviously a living area, dining area. You know, these are massive actually. These are massive rooms. Look at this. Bedroom. This will be a bathroom. But yeah, all these will have wires, and you know, this will have plumbing going into it that you have to fix. Wear and tear will come out of these. But yeah, we can go down to engineering. Let's get the lift. There we go. So let's go down to engineering deck, deck F. I can remember watching the live stream when he was fixing these elevators. Like Dan was wondering like how fast to bring the elevators down and stuff, and obviously engineering deck has got a security office as well. But yeah, look at this though, it's just absolutely fantastic. We've got live support, we've got the cryogenic storage. This was all on the last episode as well. The battery rooms were all on this level. Obviously we've got access to engineering itself. There's the core look. There's downstairs, upper and down level. Well yes guys, that's the ship anyway. That is a little scenario that we were playing. Surveying a star system. So yeah, I think the next episode we'll do a full mission to survey a full solar system. But for now guys, thanks for watching. I really appreciate it. Like, comment, share, subscribe, join the Discord if you want to maybe join me on one of these survey missions. And yeah, I'll catch you on the next episode. Bye for now.